If you watch this video in its entirety, you will have all the information needed to acquire 2 prestigious, precious Polkadot parachain coins. In this video, I will be explaining in thorough detail how to earn these 2 rare and extremely valuable coins that has one of the best, if not the best shot of becoming one of the first 12 initial parachains out of hundreds of projects that are already launched or about to launch on the Polkadot network. This process will entail you, the supporter, crowdloaning or leasing out your Polkadot and Kusama coins to the parachain auction. The parachain coins in query is a pair that goes by the name of Acala and Karura. And let me tell you, this type of information and content you can't find anywhere on YouTube. So without further ado, let's go bank that coin! Crypto lifestyle, baby! Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, my name is Francis, and on this channel, we emphasize the importance of crypto mass adoption, decentralization, and other Bitcoin related stuff that could bank us coin. So if you want to learn more, do that by subscribing and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss anything. By now, we're all aware of Polkadot and Kusama, but for the people who aren't familiar with these 2 blockchains, let me quickly explain them to you in a nutshell. Kusama is the cousin chain of Polkadot. It's a scalable network of specialized blockchains that are built on a code called Substrate. It was first invented as an experimental development environment for devs who wanted to move a bit faster and innovate on the Kusama network and/or deployment in the Polkadot network. This chain was founded in 2019 by the main man himself, Gavin Wood, who is the co-founder and former CTO of the Ethereum network. Oh yeah, and by the way, he also is the founder of the Polkadot network. Speaking of the Polkadot network, this is a network that is extremely robust and is formed by many other blockchains, all which can communicate within this sophisticated ecosystem. Blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Cardano, all are compatible here because of its multi-chain or cross-chain capabilities. Polkadot is on the cusp of solving many of today's problems blockchains are experiencing, such as interoperability, economic and transactional scalability, and security, just to name a few. Within the Polkadot network, there is something called a parachain, and I'll try to explain this to you guys as short and as digestible as possible. The word parachain is a word that is derived from the term parallelizable chain. These parachains normally will take the form of a blockchain. So in this instance, potentially the ones we are covering in this video, which is Acala or Aka and Karura or Kar. But the main role of these parachains, which are independent blockchains, is to provide blocks to something called a relay chain. These parachains have their own cryptocurrency. It thinks on its own and it can interact with other decentralized applications, also known as dApps, and even separate blockchains that are native to its own unique code or language. So not to get too much in depth here, but parachains acquire security from the relay chains and share security throughout the entire Polkadot network. They also can communicate with other parachains, which are also other blockchains, and can rapidly update information due to the sophisticated structure and architecture of this network. So clearly, these parachains plays a pivotal role within the Polkadot ecosystem, and there are limited slots to begin with. There will be a total of only 10 to 12 parachain slot acquisitions to start things off, and then eventually more will be added. So I'm led to believe whichever project solidifies these initial parachain slots will equate to the coin appreciating in value, which brings us to these 2 candidates, Acala and Karura. The Acala network is one of the first movers in the Polkadot ecosystem. Acala describes themselves as a decentralized finance hub and stablecoin platform powering cross-blockchain liquidity and applications. Acala or Aka, utility and use cases. Aka is the native coin of the Acala network. The total supply of Aka will be minted at the launch of the mainnet and stored in the Aka reserve pool to be distributed to the Acala Foundation, seed investment partners, and IPO participants as a reward, which is formally known as initial parachain offering. So the only way to attain these coins before it hits the market is to crowd loan your DOT tokens into a bond for 2 years, which we will get into very shortly. But first, we need to understand the significance and the use case of these two coins. It's worth noting, a lot of people may be somewhat confused thinking Acala is a stablecoin, but Aka or Acala is not that. These people are referring to the AUSD, which will be used as the stablecoin for all blockchains. For example, most stablecoins reside on the Ethereum network only, such as USDT, USDC, and DAI. However, AUSD, which is the stablecoin derived from the Acala network, will be used across all blockchains. This is made possible with the interoperability of the Polkadot network. And as this network grows, as we all know it will, the demand for these cross-chain stablecoins comes in very high demand, which in turn, these Acala mainnet coins also increases in demand. Users will need them to pay something called a stability fee. So, Aka serves three key functions or use cases in the Acala network. Number one, network utility token. So just like how Ethereum is used on the Ethereum network, the same is true for the Aka coin, which will be used for paying network transaction fees, stability fees, which is essentially interest rates that are produced from the AUSD loans, and also penalty fees. Use case number two, governance of the network. Acala would also be used as a governance token. Aka token holders have rights to propose network upgrades and risk parameters adjustments, so holders will have a say in things like, say, stability fees, debt ceiling, liquidation ratio, so on and so forth. Now, what is Karura? Karura, you hear the excitement in my voice? Karura is Acala's DeFi parachain on Kusama. It's important to note, this is one of the very first parachains to launch on the Kusama network. I repeat, this is one of the very first parachains to launch on the Kusama network. Can you feel me? It is the sister network to Acala and has almost identical code. Similar to Acala's use case on Polkadot, Karura will serve the Kusama community as its primary decentralized financial DeFi hub as well. By the way, there is a really in-depth Medium post written by Dan Reeser about Karura. I'll leave that in the description box below so you can take a peek at that. Karura will be utilized from the get-go. So this is great news for devs who say, they want to build decentralized applications on top of this very infrastructure. We can expect to see dApps, such as decentralized exchanges, similar to, Uniswap, but instead it will have cross-chain features and capabilities. Other dApps we could expect to see is things like, earning, yield, and interest dApps, staking dApps, stablecoin facility, and much more. Car coins also have a fixed amount of supply, and a certain amount of Acala tokens are reserved to back the value of car. Now, if you made it this far into the video, you are in for a treat because I'm about to drop some vital information on you. So how do we go about obtaining these two high potential parachain candidate coins? Well, let's just go buy them on the exchange like we could with, Dot and Kusama. You can't do that. It's not on the market, guys. The only way we can get these coins is by contributing to the network or economy, by bonding or locking up your Dot and Kusama coins for an extended period of time via crowd loan. So I want to make this crystal clear. You are not giving the Acala team your Dot or Kusamas. In actuality, you're just loaning them for a period of 3 months to 2 years. Right now, there isn't any set date on when you could loan out your Dot coins to get Acala coins. But once again, to make this very crystal clear, if you want to get Acala coins, you will need to loan out your Polkadot coins to them for a period of up to 2 years. However, this will not happen right now, and there isn't any set date just yet for Acala, but it's not too far away, most likely in a couple of months because they did say Q1 of 2021. Right now, all we can do is register to the newsletter, join the Telegram and Discord chat for more details on this. I'm a guy who's extremely obsessed, I'm obsessed with the Acala digital currency because I know the value it will hold from both, a use case perspective and the coin value perspective as well. So keep it locked, keep it loaded with the bell notifications turned on to this channel because the moment those details are announced, I will surely cover it immediately. However, there is a lot of information on how we can obtain these car coins, which will be one of the first parachains to launch on the Kusama network. So here is how the crowd loan works for this parachain slot. Car will conduct a fully decentralized crowd loan protocol for those who own Kusama coins, which involves the supporter being yourself bonding or locking up their Kusama coins for a period of 6 months to 2 years. In return, we will get a specific amount of car coins depending on how many Kusama you lock up and the duration you choose to loan out as well, which we will go over very shortly. This is a very similar process in which I displayed for you guys in my Plasm Network video. Your coins will be locked up for the duration you choose, and it's important to note the team will never have any access to these coins. So if you choose to bond, your Kusamas for, let's just say, 3 months, you will get back all units you loaned after 3-month period is over. And conversely, in the event that Karura does not win an auction bid, all of your Kusamas will be returned to your Kusama address at the end of the auction when the official parachain results are announced. So this is a very low risk endeavor. So how much Karura can we expect to get for every Kusama we lock up, you might be asking? And that's a very good question. Well, according to the car waiting list document, which I highly recommend you guys sign up ASAP to get this rare gem, they stated that if you lock up your Kusama for the minimum, which is 3 months, for every 1 Kusama, you will get 1 car. Now, if you choose to lock up your Kusamas for 6 months, for every Kusama locked up, you will get 2 Karura. If you bond for 12 months, for every Kusama, you will get 4 Karura. And lastly, if you opt for the maximum duration, which is 2 years, for every Kusama, you will get a whopping 8 Karuras. So essentially, the amount of car units you get will double for each duration. I personally will be locking them up for 2 years to get the max amount of car tokens because I'm not giving away my KSM or Kusamas in return for another crypto like we're normally used to with traditional pre-sales in the crypto space. As mentioned earlier, this process is completely decentralized and trustless. I would leave the link to the car waiting list in the form of a pinned message in the comment section below and also in the description box. I highly recommend you guys fill out that form ASAP, sign up for the newsletter, join the Telegram and Discord so you are up to date with the latest information. This is set to happen in Q1 of 2021. So any week now, or perhaps even any day now, they just may drop this bomb on us out of nowhere. I also am following Karura and Acala on Twitter. Speaking of Acala, I'm more giddy to get those coins, so I'll be patiently waiting for the green light and keeping my DOT coins warm and ready when the time is called upon. Listen guys, you need to listen very carefully. Times are changing. It's not that easy to get quality projects coins like the Acalas and Karuras of the world as it once was. You must contribute to the network, consistently researching, learning, and keeping yourself up to date with the latest of the latest in this very space. So if you're still here watching this video and you made it to the end, you deserve some Kar and Aka. I hope you appreciate this video, but more importantly, I hope it added value and you learned something from it. You can expect similar content like this on my channel as we dive deeper and deeper into the Polkadot network and substrate framework. So you know what? There really isn't much left to say other than, until the next video, you're on your own. Later.